Hi, I'm Christy Whitman, founder of the Quantum Success Coaching Academy, and I'm really excited to talk with you today. In this 5-part video training series, I'm going to show you everything that you need to know about how to become an expert life coach. It's a rewarding and fulfilling career, and it's also one of the fastest growing professions in the world. I'm going to show you in this series why it's in such great demand and how to use your skill set to become a great coach. And best of all, how to earn $200 or more in an hour when you do. Over the next several days, I'm going to share all of my personal inside secrets and important skills that you need to know about how becoming a successful life coach and how to profit from that experience. I'm also going to share my personal story and how I became a life coach and what that means to me and the impact it had on my life from that point. As I tell my story to you, I want you to imagine your own life now and what your life could look like if you became a successful life coach. Way back in 2010, this is when I started doing these types of training videos with people just like you, but a lot has changed in the industry since then. So even if you've seen some of my earlier training sessions in the past, you're going to be blown away by what's been happening since that time. We've come a long way. As always, these exclusive training sessions are completely free for you. Whether you're brand new and just learning about the field of life coaching, all the way to veteran coaches, I know you will enjoy this training session, and these are designed to help you get the most out of your coaching business and create the success that you deserve. So here's just a taste of what you'll learn in this brand new series. Answers to your most commonly asked questions and top myths about life coaching, plus while now is the best time ever to discover and consider becoming a life coach. How to be a successful life coach and make a huge impact and huge paycheck all at the same time. How to effectively coach someone without falling into the therapist trap. Hint, it's all about helping them see the future, not dwell on the past. Also, where to find clients that will gladly pay you thousands of dollars or more for your services, and how you find your very first paying client. Plus, you'll learn the exact step-by-step formula that I've taught for several years to thousands of others who have since created their own successful coaching businesses, and how you can too, all for free. There will be a total of 5 fully updated and brand new training sessions in this series, and you're going to want to watch each and every one of them through the whole way through. The end result will astound you and set you up to be a 6-figure earner as a life coach. Now is the best time in life coaching history to hang your shingle out and to help others reach their greatest goals and dreams. Okay, so if you're ready, then let's get started. Let's get one thing out of the way first. When someone first hears of coaching, particularly life coaching, as a profession, they generally have a lot of questions. Like, what the heck is a life coach? Why do we need them? How is the experience so transformational for so many people? It's always the case. In my 15 years of being a master coach and certifying coaches since way back in 2008, I've seen incredible potential coaches put the brakes on entering this field because of unanswered questions and expectations. And it goes both ways. I've also seen people who would benefit amazingly from having a life coach pass on the opportunity to work with someone because they just didn't understand the benefits. But I'm not going to let that happen to you. We're going to dive right in and answer 15 of the most common questions that people have about becoming a coach. So number 1, what is coaching and why would someone need it? There are some really weird misconceptions about life coaching out there. My own mother doesn't exactly get it. She always says, well, I'm a happy person, so I don't need a coach, right? Sorry, Mom, but wrong. Life coaching has literally nothing to do with happiness or sadness necessarily, and it makes me laugh that my mom thinks it does. On the contrary, life coaching is simply about helping another person move from where they are to where they want to be. Coaches help clients get clear on what they want to achieve in their lives and move forward on those desires. And trust me when I tell you, There are tons of different specialty and niches out there just begging for someone with a coaching mindset and training to come in and give them what they need. More of that on the last video, fourth video. The reality is most life coaching clients are healthy, successful people who might be a bit stuck or simply want to make a big change in their lives and want the support of their own personal coach to do so, which also means that they have the means to pay for that knowledge and support. Coaches are people who support their clients, inspire them, uplift them, and then hold them accountable to achieve their own personal vision for themselves. Whatever it is that you want in your life, they will help you get there. So here's a quick summary of what a life coach actually does. A life coach helps you get crystal clear on what you really want in your life, uncover what's holding you back from achieving your vision for yourself, take action steps to achieve your visions by supporting you and keeping you accountable. Keep this in mind, a life coach is not a therapist. Life coaches focus on the future, moving you from where you are to where you want to be, not dealing with past issues and problems. Certainly, a life coach may offer suggestions, new ideas, or action steps to their clients, but they're not going to be advice givers. Instead, they listen to you and ask you the right questions to help you find your path, your truth, and your answers. Then they help you to align your life with who you are and what you want. A life coach helps you to accomplish your goals, make new changes, and live your dreams. So, number 2, how can coach training benefit me in my current career? This one is actually one of my favorite questions because it's so powerful. Believe it or not, there are a lot of people who are coaching others in their lives and in their careers right now, and they just don't realize that they're doing it. Doesn't matter if someone's a social worker, a therapist, a massage therapist, a sales manager, or even an entrepreneur.
I'm sorry, I forgot something very important. We always want dialogue, so be prepared to share one takeaway you get from what she's saying. Just one. But be prepared, because the takeaway you have, somebody else may say, that's me too. But we want you to be able to share that. I forgot that. So.
You want, Pastor Armstrong, do you have these questions written down with the answers?
Let me give you a little hint.
Help me out.
Write down what's important to you, because when I send this through and I log in office, you're gonna get it transcribed. Every word she says is gonna be right and written as a booklet for you. I'm sorry. I thought you gotta ask questions, okay? But when I put it in, but it won't go in. It won't go in till after we finish the third video, which is in 3 weeks. Then the set is gonna go in the back office, and then everything she has notes to it, which just transcribes what she's saying.
Awesome.
But write down what God may be saying to you. Okay. Yeah, I know y'all trying to copy all that. No, it's not gonna happen. Okay. So come on in and so that's a big relief. But that'll be in the back office after lesson 3. And for the graduates, again, I want you to review lesson 4 and 5 because you're at that stage now. Undergraduates, we haven't graduated yet, don't get involved with lesson 4. You can, but we're going to cover that in the spring. So just take something take a takeaway. What did you get out of what she's saying? There's 15 questions. She's going to go into more than that. So get a takeaway from that. And be ready to share.
If you work with people, you're probably coaching. So for example, if you're a sales manager, you're coaching a team of people. If you're an acupuncturist, you're coaching your clients on some level. In both examples, you're inspiring your clients to be their best selves or perform at their peak potential. I know this from personal experience. I'm an entrepreneur and I call my team my dream team. I manage these people day to day and they look to me for advice and direction. Because of my coach training, I'm far more able to lead them and bring out the very best in each and every one of my teammates. It also allows me to see the potential and the best in each person that supports the team. Because I hold that vision for them, they feel it and they love working with me. If you're managing a team or working in a group, chances are you're already coaching on some level. If you're managing a team or have someone working with you in whatever profession you're doing, you're coaching on some level. The real question becomes, what would happen if you added the skill set of coaching into your current profession? The answer is very powerful. Becoming a professional coach will help you understand human dynamics on a higher level and help you know what to say and sometimes what not to say in every situation. You'll have a firm foundation for knowing when to listen and when to ask questions and what the right questions are. You'll see opportunities to encourage and inspire your team and simply become more effective at whatever you're currently doing. So yes, if you are a helper, healer, or teacher of any kind, learning to be a coach is a great skill set to have. It doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur, sales manager, or have a leadership position in any profession you're currently in. Professional coach training will help you become much more effective as a leader, and your team will be more effective and happier. So number 3, I've heard that many coaches don't make any money. Why are there so many coaches that are struggling financially? This is a big question with a big answer. I know many successful life coaches that are thriving financially. I also know people who refer to themselves as a life coach, but not making any money. The difference, well, to put it bluntly, one person is a professional and the other person has a hobby. People that are committed to being a life coach and making a great living from it take the profession seriously and go to school to develop the skills that they need to be the right kind of support for their clients. They're also willing to do what it takes to put themselves out there and build an actual business, charging clients for their services. It's a big difference. But the biggest difference between someone that is an actual life coach and someone that just calls themselves a life coach is that the successful life coach has gone to a school or attended a coaching academy. They've put the time and effort to receive a real training and certification to make absolutely sure when they take on clients, they can achieve what they desire and build a true business around that occupation. The other big thing I see between coaches who are successful and coaches who are struggling is this. The most successful coaches have a personal coach themselves. Let me put it another way. Coaches that understand the value of having one or more coaches in their own lives are the ones that actually see the path clear to success. Someone who simply calls themselves a coach, but who's not willing to seek the advice and certification from other coaches, they don't value the profession enough to get the full benefit of becoming a coach. This is also the underlying cause of coaches who charge very little or nothing for their services. They don't value coaching, and they don't see the value of coaching for themselves. This is one of the most important lessons we teach in the QSCA, because if you don't see the value that you have as a coach, you're not going to charge for your services. Money goes where there is perception of value. The more a coach knows the true value they offer to their clients and how much of a value their services actually brings for the client, the more comfortable they're going to be in charging for their valuable services. I live by this rule in my own life and coaching practice too. I love being a coach. I'm honored that I'm a coach who can help others start dreaming again and achieve those dreams and create extraordinary lives for themselves, all the while making a great living for myself. Do I have coaches of my own in my own life that help me? Absolutely. I've got several. I see the value in having a coach because even though I am already successful, there are other things that I want to achieve in my life. And I know that having a coach is that key that will help me get there. Even the best coaches can benefit from having a coach. And I have many times in my life. The people who are unwilling to invest in not only their clients, but also themselves, will always find that they're unsure or don't believe fully in the power of coaching, and therefore won't truly be able to make a living doing it. So number 4, how do I know I'll be a good coach? Yet another powerful question that I've devoted an entire video to explaining. That video will be out in the next couple of days, but let me say one thing about it here, and that's you have to be willing to do the work. Lead by example. Be willing to coach and be coached. I've become a better coach from learning what to do and, more importantly, what not to do from my own coaching experiences. I've had some really bad coaches, and I've also had the privilege of working with some of the top coaches in the industry. Because of this contrast, it has shaped me into the authentic and powerful coach that I am today. As a coach, you have to help your clients produce the results they're looking for. As we'll discuss in the next video, it's ultimately the client's responsibility for the results that they achieve. But we as coaches need to know how to hold that vision for the client and help them move towards what they want in their lives. The best coaches that I know are still the best students and clients. They're always willing to grow in their own lives and are excited about their next manifestations of their desire. Also, another quality is that you really want to help people improve their lives. Are you a person that people naturally come to for help or guidance? That's a great quality of a coach, and it starts with your own willingness to want to help others. Number 5, I'm not perfect, or my life is not perfect yet. How can I be a coach? Yes. Well, here's the thing. If we all waited around to become perfect, or our lives to be a perfect reflection of our coaching, we'd have never made it. We'd never become a coach in the first place. When I started out as a coach, I was nowhere as effective as I am now, over 10 years later. Each and every coaching session that I do, I get better and better. I have learned more processes, techniques, and even more depth to my own knowledge in helping a client. And yet, I'm still nowhere near perfect. Oh my God, as much as I try, I don't reach that level of perfection. And really, who decides what perfect is anyways? I don't measure perfection anymore. I measure the results that my clients get as how effective I am as a coach. Every coach that I have trained was not perfect when they started, or are they perfect now? That is why we call it a coaching practice. Each and every session you do with a client will not only give you more skills and expertise, but will also give you more confidence and help you understand the value that you bring to a client. Being perfect is not the focus that you want to have, because as I wrote in my very first book, Perfect Pictures, trying to be perfect is like trying to hit a moving target. So instead, focus on the best coach you can be. Proper training and coaching will help you be the best coach you can be. You can be a great coach, but not a perfect coach. And even if your life isn't exactly as you want it to be, it doesn't mean that you can't be an effective coach. I have a great, amazing life. I have a really soul-connected and wonderful relationship with my husband, Frederick, 2 healthy, funny, and amazing boys, Alex and Maxim, a very profitable, lucrative, and abundant business where I get to instruct and inspire others to create their amazing lives. I have a healthy body I feel great in. It's not perfect, but I feel great in my skin. But you know what? There's still things that I wish I could create or do or experience. There's still contrast that shows up. There are growth points in my relationship with my husband, or in times when I don't have the patience with my children. Does that mean that my life isn't exactly how I want it to be? Not at all. It simply means that there are things I can gain new clarity on and see where I want to go next. There are opportunities for me to grow and expand. There's always going to be something more to do or create or have or achieve. It's natural. We're growing, expanding beings. As soon as we achieve one of our goals, what do we naturally do? We set more goals and continue our journey. There's no perfection to reach, just our journey. For example, when I was single, I wanted a husband. And then when I attracted my husband, I then wanted our dream home, and then a baby, and then on it goes. And the gap of where you are to where you want to be, there's growth opportunities for each one of us to experience. As a coach, you can instruct and inspire someone on something you've achieved. Maybe that's success in your health and your body image. Okay, so maybe you haven't achieved the kind of relationship you want. Well, then don't coach in that niche if that feels out of integrity for you. But as you'll learn in the next video in the series, it's our clients that do the work, not us. We simply facilitate the work. So the next big question that most people have is, which is number 6, can I really make a good living as a coach? Yep, you sure can. and the potential is growing every day. Current estimates put average coaching rates at $207 per hour, and that's just one-on-one coaching. The market is growing for coaches in every niche possible. There is great potential for coaching and earning a great income the more impact you make and the more people you serve. It's important to determine how much money that you want to make in the coaching profession. It all depends on you. You can make $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 or more as a professional life coach. Back when I was only working part-time with private clients before I started the QSEA, I was already making six figures. And I know and have coached people who make a lot more. The sky is the limit. So the reality is that you can make as much or as little as you want to make. One of the biggest benefits about becoming a coach, and we'll discuss more benefits in a little bit later, is that coaches are always working on themselves. So you get to work on your ability to earn more money, allowing yourself to make more. As you shift from the inside, your outer reality will shift, meaning more freedom and success and clients and money and overall abundance. So this next question goes hand in hand with the last one. Can I support my family working as a life coach? And I get this question a lot from single parents, and the answer is absolutely. For many years, I was the sole provider for my family. As I said before, it's up to you to determine how much money you want to make per year or per month as a coach, and then do the inner work to be able to attract those clients along with the strategies to get yourself and your business known. The other great benefit of coaching, especially if you have a family to support, is that you don't need to quit your day job or put your family at risk while you're transitioning into having a coaching practice. You simply start part-time and on the weekends, and as soon as you're making more money as a coach than you do at your day job, you can quit your day job and be a full-time coach. There's no better feeling than that, trust me. Okay, on to number 8. How do I find coaching clients as a life coach? This is one of the most important aspects of becoming a successful coach. So important, in fact, that I've dedicated an entire video in the series to that one specific question. It's in the marketing video that I'm giving you. I'll give you a list of 15 ways that you can find clients and then what to do when you find them. This is a must-watch video because it sets the foundation of your coaching business firmly in motion. There's so many people that really want coaching because they want their lives to change or expand in some capacity, and that's why they coach. And because they are motivated for that change, they're happy to invest in themselves by hiring a coach. So number 9, who will I coach and what will I coach them on? This is a great question, and the answer is, why do you feel aligned to coach? What excites you? What do you know and love that others would want to know? What do others want or need in their lives that you can provide a solution for? We're going to cover this in more detail in the next video, but believe it or not, there's every chance that you already have an amazing amount of knowledge and expertise that others would want to know. Plus, when you get professional training, you'll be well equipped to coach others in whatever it is that they want. One thing that you're going to hear me say over and over again in these videos is that as a coach, you do not provide solutions and give answers. The clients already know the right answers. You're just there to facilitate them finding that answer and moving towards achieving it in their lives. It also depends on who you want to coach. It doesn't matter where you live, an urban environment, a small town, or even a country that doesn't yet have mainstream coaching industry. You don't have to coach people where you are. That, of course, is an option, and there are many strategies in attracting clients and even doing the sessions face-to-face. These days, the majority of coaching is done over the telephone or over Skype. With the internet and social media opportunities that we all have, you can coach and attract clients from all over the world. When I first started coaching, I was living in Redding, California, which is considered a small community in Northern California. And many of my clients were in San Francisco, Chicago, and even Florida. As a matter of fact, the coaches that I personally work with right now live in Arizona, California, Colorado, and Florida. I receive amazing support when I'm in Montreal, Canada. Living in a small town does not determine the amount of clients that you can have and the amount of money that you can make. I'm going to teach you all about this in the 4th video where we talk about getting your first paying client. And just because you don't live in a country where coaching is popular, you don't have to coach people that are just in your country. But I do, and I want to say this too. Coaching is becoming more popular and more mainstream in all countries. There's a greater demand for coaches because there's an increased need for coaches. I have many coaches that I've trained in many different countries around the globe doing really well in their coaching practices. So number 10, aren't there a lot of people already doing this? You know, I hear this one all the time, and sure, there are, but not a single one of them is you. You're completely unique. No one has your talents, gifts, perspective, and skills that you have from your unique life experience. There's only one you. And there are billions of people on the planet. And I am full. I can only coach so many people. And right now my practice is full. But there's still people lined up asking for my help. Many of the coaches that I have trained have full practices as well. The truth is, we need more coaches. The amount of clients that are available compared to the amount of trained coaches is simply incredible. If all the coaches in the world coach 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they would still only serve less than 1% of the clients out there waiting to be coached. Let that sink in for a minute. If every single coach working professionally right now worked around the clock every day, there would still be 99% of the market still waiting for a coach. So number 11, how do I learn how to become a coach? That's a great question, and actually the reason you're here today. This video series is designed to help you become the best coach you can possibly be. I packed it full of information about how to become not only a coach, but a great in-demand coach. All you need is the right training. You may already be good at coaching your friends and family and have that natural ability, but it's the formal training that will teach you how to structure a coaching call and how to set up your practice as a business. This free training series is the first step to becoming a great coach. Take the time to watch each and every video and take notes. You'll be amazed at how much you're going to learn. So number 12, what if I don't have any schooling or formal education? You know what, that doesn't matter when becoming a coach. The most important part is just getting educated on how to coach and how to be an effective coach for your clients. In an effective coaching training program, you'll learn the tools you need to facilitate change and growth for your clients. I've seen everyone from high school dropouts to PhDs who are equally great and effective at coaching. Your prior schooling or education doesn't matter at all in becoming a powerful life coach. So number 13, I don't have enough time to learn a new skill set. This one is a big misperception that a lot of people have. If you feel there's not enough time to pursue what makes you happy, that's a limiting perspective that needs to be changed immediately. I'm all about abundance, and it's one of my favorite subjects to teach. And time is the one thing that we don't get back or can't create more of. But what matters is what you do with the time that you have. According to the AC Nielsen Company, the average American watches more than 4 hours of TV each day. That's 2 months of nonstop TV watching per year. In a 65-year life, that person will have spent 9 years glued to the tube. So when something is really a priority for you, you create the time. You watch less TV or other things that waste your time, and you find a way. Consider this. What if you dedicated just 1 hour a day towards really becoming a coach? What would your life be like then? You could take 1 less hour of numbing out and do something that will help you reach your greatness and possibly your purpose. We all have a certain amount of time when we're in these bodies. Why not feel alive and on purpose, doing what you love, making the kind of money you deserve to make? You'd make time for that, right? And it's also important for me to say this regarding time and even starting a new career. It's never too late to start a new career. I've actually had students that were in their 70s. I actually had one man, Dr. Ed, who's a psychologist. And later in life, when normally people are retiring, he decided he wanted to be a coach instead of the traditional psychology. And we're going to talk about that difference in a later video. And so he switched his practice from psychology to coaching. It's never too late to start doing what you feel called to do. It's never too late to start living your purpose and your passion. It's never too late to finally enjoy something that you're doing for a living. This is your life. If you're not happily doing what you're currently doing for a living, please do something different. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing whatever it is that you've been doing or how old you are. Don't waste time waiting to be happy. You can have the life you've always wanted doing something you love starting now. So number 14, I'm afraid that the people in my life will not accept me if I become a life coach and that I will lose the ones I love because they think it's weird or out there. Yeah, that is just a misperception that some people have about coaching. You're helping people achieve their dreams and desires. I mean, what is weird about that? One of the coaches that started going through the coaching academy, her father asked her, "Are you out of your mind?" And she said, "Yes, Dad. I am out of my mind, thank God. I'm now in my heart and in touch with my spirit, and I'm really happy." So because she accepted where she was and what her path was, then those that cared for her accepted it as well. Most people that think it's weird or out there just don't understand the profession, and that's a problem. It's just not your problem. And I can say that more and more people are becoming educated in coaching, and it's becoming a lot more mainstream. I personally have never lost a friend or a family member or been looked down upon because I'm a coach. In fact, I've gained a lot of respect from those that love me because what I contribute to other people's lives. It's all a change in perspective, and it needs to start with you. It's so important to develop a belief in yourself. You need to give up thoughts of "I can't," or thinking it's too late, or you're too young or too old. No matter if you decide to become a coach or not, whatever you're going to pursue in your own life, you need to believe in yourself. When you believe in you, the universe supports that belief and shows you the evidence of your belief. Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." Boy, he was right. This is another great reason to have the kind of professional training that I'm going to give you in this series and that we use in the QSCA. I've dedicated my practice to helping out people to create and build thriving coaching businesses, and I'll do that very thing for you if you let me. So number 15. So once I get a client to say yes and hire me as a coach, how do I get paid from my clients? When you start coaching, there are many ways to charge clients for your services. You can have them send you a check or money order. You can set up a PayPal account, which is fast and easy. And there are other ways of setting up a merchant account so you can take credit cards as payment through a website. We get into much more depth in the business building module of the QSCA about all this. Which brings up a good point. If you choose to go through any coach training program like the QSCA, just make sure they have a business building module to help you with these basics and more advanced business building necessities. All right, now that we've answered the top 15 questions about coaching, let's quickly learn more about some of the benefits of being a coach and why you may want to strongly consider being a coach yourself. Number 1, life coaching and business coaching is a rewarding and fulfilling choice. Coaches love what they do because they enjoy helping people get what they most want in life. Just think about it. You work with positive people who are eager to learn and achieve. They want your support and the benefits of your training and are willing to pay for it. Another thing that I value in my life that coaching provides me is freedom. So number 2, coaches enjoy the freedom to live and work anywhere they wish. Coaches can coach from their homes, an outside office, or while traveling. Because coaching can be done by telephone and or Skype, location and geographical boundaries become irrelevant. A coaching practice is portable, so if you move or just like to travel, you can still easily coach your clients. I've coached lying on a beach, sitting by a pool, and many other places. And because I have a full-time coaching practice and business, my family and I live in Montreal in the spring, summer, and fall, and we spend our winters in Arizona. We get the best weather all year long, and I don't skip a beat on serving my clients or teaching my classes. It's amazing. Another huge benefit is that I'm a growth-seeking being. I love and enjoy learning more about myself and personal development. So number 3, Being a coach accelerates your personal and professional development. If you enjoy developing yourself and understanding the value of ongoing learning, you'll enjoy being a coach because you're in an environment that encourages growth. Because your clients are on a fast track, your pace is naturally accelerated because you learn from each other. It's just that simple. And the best coaches have this growth-seeking quality because you take your clients farther because of your own commitment to your own growth and expansion. One of the ways I love to expand is my money, and who doesn't want that? So number 4, a coaching business has the potential to bring in a high income. Coaches in private practice average 200 plus per hour. Because coaching is so effective, clients can achieve significant results in as little as 30 minutes a week with you. So if you charge them $200 a session and you work with each client once a week, you can earn $800 per client per month. And you can give yourself a raise whenever you want. I started making $65 per hour as a coach, and now I'm charging well over $450 per hour. That's a huge jump in my income, and I get to set the rules. I also conduct group coaching sessions, which is amazing because I'm coaching it.
Did we miss something good or something?
Use the remote control again, Pastor. Do what you did that first time with the remote control. Just push computer 1,
Right here?
computer 1. No, don't do that again.
And teaching groups of people, earning a few thousand or more, depending on the class length and the amount of people enrolled. And even though I enjoy what I do,
It's coming on.
I have absolute freedom. I have expansion in my personal growth, make great money. One of the greatest gifts for me of being a coach is the phenomenal group of people that I associate with. My friends and people I partner with are the most amazing and heart-centered. Little as 30 minutes a week.
Just one person raise their hand, give one word of what this has done for you already. Just raise your hand, somebody. Give one word to express what this has done. Okay, here.
Unlimited potential.
Unlimited potential. How about you, Cheryl?
Inspired me.
Inspiring. Would everybody agree?
Clarity.
Challenged.
Clarity, what else?
Confident.
Confidence? What else?
Anybody else?
Overwhelming.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Overwhelming. It's like a lot of stuff.
Overwhelming.
That's normal.
I mean, it's wonderful, but it's just crazy and overwhelming.
That's why we're in it for a year, nine months. You're gonna go step by step. And you're gonna grow. And a lot of things you'll be reinforced in. But you will get a lot of time, opportunity to practice. And what else?
Achievable.
Achievable.
The fact that nobody's perfect, it's a matter of measuring the results.
Keys,
What is that?
keys, keys,
Keys.
Keys. Toolbox.
keys to the toolbox.
That's right.
How to, what to do.
You'll have access to more than 2 toolboxes. I have a toolbox with over 100 coaching, activities. Plus my mentor has a major toolbox because you're part of I'm part of her graduate program. You'll have access to their student website to go into in the back office to learn as you grow, for that. Anyone else? Possibilities. Yes, Lord.
Hungry.
Hungry?
Makes me hungry to go after it.
Okay.
Value.
Value? That's very important that we have to see ourselves. If you go into the life coaching profession, there's so many niches in there, you have to see yourself as valuable. If you don't see yourself as bringing value to the table, then you won't express that value. Anyone else?
And the value is not so much in you having all these skills. It's your ability to put the person that you're talking to and focus. And if you're good at pulling out the potential within them, that's a whole lot more important than you having a lot of skills and degrees and etc.
I would say independence.
What is that?
I would say independence, not just with money, but you just become very independent of your life, with your life.
What else?
Coaching on the beach.
That's my wife's thing. She said, I just want to be able to coach on the beach. Rowena? Intentional? One of the things you're going to realize is it's going to take a commitment. Even when you're coaching someone, you're not responsible for their outcomes. Your responsibility is to help them see where they're going and to work with them to get there. But don't take on the responsibility of that. And we're going to learn during the process of coaching that some clients are not a fit for you. And you got to learn, okay, we're not a fit. I had to share that when I was doing some couples coaching. And I told Joyce, I said, honey, this is not working. I said they were too much in the past. And I said, they don't want to go forward because they were focusing on the past and we can't help them as coaches. And we just told them, there must be someone better because we can't do that for you. And as we go into coaching, you're going to learn so much that they have to, the people, your clients, have to really want to go to the next level. And they really want to step up because a lot of times we want it more for them than they want for themselves. And we become an enabler instead of one who empowers someone. And that's going to be very important. Yes?
Personal gain is a personal.
Oh, you're constantly growing. You're going to find yourself growing and changing because of the fact that you have a hunger to want to help others, but in the process of helping others, you're going to grow. One of the things Mike Murdoch says is what you make happen for others, God will make happen for you.
That's right.
You know, and it doesn't matter. It's not in the confines of the church. It's not in the confines of the family. It's that people are going to be drawn to you. And God's going to draw people to you. You're going to have the opportunity to help them if they want to go. If they don't want to go, leave them alone.
And that's 65 to $4.50 an hour. I mean, that's a big deal. But I know the importance of humility and making sure that it doesn't become about the money, because understanding what you're there for and the fact that you're helping somebody else, you don't ever want to go there because that's when, you know, things can happen. And I've learned that it's not about the money. It's always a byproduct of you being in your place.
We tell people money follows ministry.
That's right.
You know, and you should always be ministering, and you always want to be able, when you're sowing to people, because when you sow, or what we say complimentary, you're going to develop, you're going to get better, and also you're going to build confidence. And one of the things I shared in orientation, you'll have an opportunity to become an intern at the same time pursuing your business. Those who want to go into the business in that area for that. Okay, we're going to let her get going back. The screen is up.
You learn from each other. It's just that simple. And the best coaches have this growth-seeking quality because you take your clients farther because of your own commitment to your own growth and expansion. One of the ways I love to expand is my money, and who doesn't want that? So number 4, a coaching business has the potential to bring in a high income. Coaches in private practice average $200+ per hour. Because coaching is so effective, clients can achieve significant results in as little as 30 minutes a week with you. So if you charge them $200 a session and you work with each client once a week, you can earn $800 per client per month. And you can give yourself a raise whenever you want. I started making $65 per hour as a coach, and now I'm charging well over $450 per hour. That's a huge jump in my income, and I get to set the rules. I also conduct group coaching sessions, which is amazing because I'm coaching and teaching groups of people earning a few thousand or more depending on the class length and the amount of people enrolled. And even though I enjoy what I do, I have absolute freedom. I have expansion in my personal growth, make great money. One of the greatest gifts for me of being a coach is the phenomenal group of people that I associate with. My friends and people I partner with are the most amazing and heart-centered, abundant-minded people on the planet. Coaches, because of their training and what they do, are just amazing. Number 5, coaching is a way to make a difference in others' lives. Coaches like helping others improve the quality of their lives and achieve their goals. Many of our students have always wanted to make a difference in this world, and being a coach lets them see the impact they have on other people's lives. For me, this is one of the greatest benefits of being a coach. Just wait until you get that phone call or email from your client telling you how much you've helped them change their life. It's amazing. And frankly, I just can't even put words because there are no words in the human dictionary what that feeling is like. It's beyond a sense of joy. And you feel joy a lot as a coach. And that is benefit number 6. Coaching is a platform from which to launch yourself if desired. So when you learn coaching skills and take your personal and professional development to the next level, if you want to, you can easily develop a local, regional, national, and even international reputation. This gives you many options: writing a book, teaching teleclasses or live trainings, publishing e-newsletters, forming communities, getting business invitations from others, and more and more and more. So coaching can be something that you do at home, by the pool, while you travel, or to launch yourself to the world if you want. Being a life coach has many advantages. I like to think of coaching as a simple business that changes lives. And then there's what I call the side effects that you get as a coach too, like feeling more joyful and connected to well-being, feeling free in many aspects of your life, feeling empowered to create the life that you want, discovering your unlimited potential to make money, getting in better physical health, feeling a true sense of purpose by helping another person achieve their dreams. So back to our original question, how do you learn to become a successful coach? This video series may be the key to that equation. Take the time to watch each of the videos and take notes. You'll be amazed at how much you're going to learn. Keep an eye out for my next powerful video, Life Coaching and Coaching in Life, where you're going to learn what coaching is, the benefits, the opportunity, and the traits that most successful coaches have in common. Even if you think you're not quite ready to take the next step and truly become a coach, I encourage you to watch this series all the way through. The information isn't just for coaches. It will enrich and expand your life regardless of whether or not you choose to make it your profession. This series will help you in business or at work. You'll learn how to be a better listener and how to have a greater influence with others. You'll learn your own value and worth, and you'll feel more confident in every area of your life after watching these videos. I hope you get as much value out of watching these next training sessions that I got creating them for you. Feel free to tell me what questions, ideas, perceptions that you have about coaching so I can shed some light on those for you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in a couple days.
How was that? I'm very, not concerned about time, but I honor your time. And we still got another session to do. So normally around 7:30, between 7:15 and 7:45, we will take a break. 10-minute break. Okay, but we will take a break, and the break is for you, bathroom, fellowship, and we'll get ready for session 2 going forward. Again, these will be in the back office with the notes written out for you that you can review at any time going forward. Joyce? Yes?
Now, we're doing something a little different this time. We had, what's her name? What's his child's name? Christy, I couldn't remember her name. Christy, because we had listened to a lot of presentations, and of all the ones we listened to, she kind of held your attention and she gave you the meat of everything that he would have done. So just But I want you to know that what she's doing is giving out a whole lot of free information for her business. So if you guys weren't signed up for this, and you saw her, and she gave you all that information, a lot of you would probably sign up for this.
Sure
But you already signed up with us, so. But what I want you to pick up as you're listening to this is the marketing aspect that she used. And then when you start Googling and look at other websites and other presentations, you're gonna start putting them in categories like, oh, that kinda touched me, that one did, no, I don't like the way he did that or that. But her marketing to us is like a full package, so that's why we're even showing her, because usually he does most of the presentation, and, maybe someone from one of our books might do something, but I just want you to kind of pick up on marketing as you go along, because at some point, you're going to be marketing yourself. If you wanna do what she's doing, you're gonna have to, we are going to have to learn how to market, I'm not just saying you, we. So just kind of pick up on what she does.
One thing I want to share with you, and this is just a side note, the prayer with Pastor Brooks has been so powerful for me in the mornings. Some of the ideas I get up after praying with him, I pray, and now this is one of the ideas was to give you a more variety of videos. And so I said, honey, let me go down and look at some videos I've been looking at. And I asked George, what did you think about it? And that's how this video came to pass. And so I would encourage you, if you it's not a Stones Church thing, it's Pastor Brooks is just leading us in prayer. And if you wanna join us on Facebook at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's so powerful. And again, we sit down, we listen, we go alongside with prayer, and then I go and pray. And ask God, what do I need to do? And I'll be praying for you, I'm praying for the academy, because I want this to be the best academy that we have. It's the only one in Southwest Michigan, but I want it to be the best one. And then one day someone will be modeling this, throughout the body of Christ also. And that's my heart's desire. Just real quick, bathrooms are out these doors to your left. You have a 10-minute break. Come back. We're gonna get started by 7.